Astrid is sort of this like spiritfarer character who her job is to go ferry recently deceased spirits through this like middle world between life and death, which is kind of where the game takes place. And in this particular story, her wolf companion Aerie has recently passed away. So that's where the game's menu opens up, is on her mourning the loss, and then when you hit play, you spawn through a cutscene into this middle realm, and then it's like your last journey together.
So basically there's a lot of themes about like moving on from grief, where like Astrid's probably adjusted to this by now from how many spirits she's helped move on, but it's a different experience when it's your own companion that you've been traveling with for so long.
With the combat system, we really wanted to figure out how can we communicate the dynamic between these two characters and this kind of codependent relationship they have, and emphasize the dangers of that relationship through the gameplay directly. Anytime the character is moving towards their goal, we have them moving down, and anytime they kind of pivot away from that, they move back up in the space. And that's kind of reflecting that emotional arc that we were talking about as well. Mm-hmm. So all those elements really play with each other together to communicate not just the literal text of the game, but also that subtext and reinforce those ideas directly through the gameplay.
Yeah. So it's going back to the whole like consistency thing and like ensuring that a certain standard is met, which is something I think that's really important, especially when you have bigger teams. You know, you need to make sure that everybody's following a specific set of rules.
What I'm genuinely proud of the most is how the game looks and how it feels. It's so drastically different than how it was the first semester that we were working on the game. It feels much more polished and it feels much more like an actual game you would find on Steam.